I'd like to welcome you to WCPT AM's Out Chicago. Think of us as Sunday brunch with your gay best friends. Now please welcome your host, Scott Duff.
And a happy Sunday fun day to everybody out there. Scott Duff here. Ellen Miller is off this week. I was in Mexico last week, and now it's her turn to be in Mexico. And now that means we get to hang out with actor, author, activist, Tania Richard.
When's it my turn to go to Mexico?
Well, next week.
Okay.
That's how we're doing it. We're rolling it out week by week. So you get to go next. Yes.
Hi, Scott.
Yes. Hello. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing well. Except the world is on fire.
Yeah. Well, it is. It is.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm trying to be upbeat about everything, but it's a challenge.
It is a challenge. Maybe we can talk about that a little bit.
Okay.
Today
we can. No, well, I'm steering clear of all that.
Oh, good.
Yeah, because look, here's the thing.
Steer clear. Great.
Yeah.
Oh, wonderful.
No. Look, I mean, here's the deal. We all woke up yesterday to the news that the president of peace has attacked another country in a big way, and I don't see there's not really productive discussion to be had right now, especially because I claim zero knowledge of the complexities of what's going of the Middle East, especially of all of the Iran politics. I will say though, you might want to go gas up your car today. You know what I mean? Because this is just a mess.
Yeah.
It is a horrible mess.
Yeah.
It is a horrible mess, and I am not looking forward to what this brings.
It's so weird because, I mean, it literally happened yesterday, and I was like not online a lot yesterday, and then later in the day you're perusing and you're like, oh wait, when did this happen? And I'm like, I know I haven't been super following stuff, but like, no, it happened yesterday.
Yeah, it happened in the wee
just a little surprise.
Yeah. So so we're not going to be talking too much about that.
Okay.
Because again, he's an awful human being, and so much for the president of peace.
Yeah.
And it's also just so frustrating because it just seems to me like it's a huge, like, oh, look, let's distract from the Epstein files.
Well, yeah.
Again,
My thing is never, I just, when I sit and think, okay, what are the facts? What's happening? I mean, more than ever, to just not be able to trust in any way the right intentions. That's the thing that always strikes me. Like, in some cases, you might be like, they might have some right intentions here, but it's just not when it comes to him.
Yeah, no. It's because, a couple of weeks ago we were talking about shame and how shame is actually a good thing for people, because what it does is people experience shame when they have violated their moral core, their core of moral ethics, and they realize, oh, something is off, and they try to correct it. Now, you can only correct that if you have a moral core, and this administration does not have that at all. So what they do is they glob onto power, and they glob onto material things. That's how they define who they are as people, as opposed to their values and their moral center.
But those are their values.
Well, okay, well, those aren't values. Power is not a value.
Well,
accumulation of wealth is not a value.
True.
Not
a true.
Not a true.
Exactly.
But I mean, that's what I'm saying. That becomes their measurement. So it's horrible. So again, folks, if you are calling in on the line right now, we're not going to talk about Iran today. We'll quiz on it, but
we're calling it.
We're calling it. Just letting you know there. But we do have a great show. Because you're here, Tania.
Yes.
Which always makes me happy.
Thank you.
And I'm this is great, but we also have some fabulous people that are coming on, because the primaries are coming up. Early voting starts tomorrow, March 2nd. And we're going to be chatting with Cook County Commissioner Kevin Morrison, is running to represent the Illinois 8th District in Congress. We're going to be chatting with him. And of course, we need some escapism in a big way. What's going on? So we want you to escape into a world of pure imagination. Yes. Yes, Marriott Theater for Young Audiences presents Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, and we're going to be chatting with Willy Wonka himself, actor and somebody I've known since Jesus was in diapers.
Oh my gosh,
George Keating in the second hour. George.
Back in the day.
Back a girl. I did Schoolhouse Rock Live.
I know. Were you in the original cast?
I was not in the original. No.
I remember seeing you in it though.
Yeah, I was.
And George.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. George was. He's one of the creators of it, and all that good stuff.
So amazing.
Yes. So we get to chat with him, and then Asian Pop-Up Cinema Chicago presents its 20th edition of the festival, fostering an appreciation for a diverse range of Asian cultures through film. There's also an LGBTQ showcase that's going to be happening with it, and founder Sophia Wong Baccio joins us later in the show. And of course, you can listen live to Out Chicago Sundays from 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. Central at 8:20 a.m. on TuneIn from heartlandsignal.com, or you can watch the live video stream on WCPT's Facebook page or the Heartland Signal YouTube page. And of course, we would love to hear from you, so give us a call at 773-763-9278. That number again is 773-763-9278. And you know what? If you don't feel like chatting with us, you can always shoot us a text at the very self-same number, 773-763-9278. So, Tania, how are you? I'm so excited to see you. This is like twice.
I know.
Twice in a weekend.
I know. This was a wild week for me, and to top it off with the World of Chocolate.
Yes, both of us got to pass judgment.
I know.
On at the World of Chocolate, which is a huge benefit for AIDS Foundation Chicago. It was your first time going?
It was my first time. And did you have that thing where, so we wore these lanyards that said judge on them. So, and then there were all these individual tables with the people who prepared the chocolate. And so when you would approach, if they clocked that you were a judge, they'd get like excited.
Yeah. 100%.
And like tell you the whole like spiel. I felt very fancy.
Look, I love it when they do that.
I know.
Because I'd like to know. Well, you know me, I'm a cooker. Yes,
you are.
And I'm not a baker. And
right.
So I'm always like, how did you do this? What did you come up with?
Did you chat?
Yeah. Are you kidding me?
Cool.
I loved it.
Yeah, it was really fun, and I took the advice. So there was 16 stations, and we had to taste all of the chocolates.
Well, you were on a mission too. Like it was.
Everybody acted like I was taking it really seriously. I don't know.
You weren't. No, it wasn't that you were taking it. No, it wasn't the level of like seriousness.
Yeah.
It was the rate. You're like, we're doing it. We're going in.
I know, right?
Like, I'm taking you to you were like, I've got this. We gotta get these go and sample all these treats.
It was nice to be done with like that part of it, so I could continue to enjoy the evening, and it was super fun.
It was really fun, and I'm trying to see if. Do you remember?
Oh, did they announce the winner?
Because I had to leave. Look, my dog is. I'm really bummed because this was supposed to be our double date.
I know.
Is what it was. Jerry had to go out of town for a business thing, so he was supposed to be there. So I'm like, my dog is old. He's. Doing old dog things. Yeah. So I had to leave before they announced all the winners.
I know. But I would love to know who won too. I did have my favorites.
Who did you like?
I want to say her name was Catherine Ann.
Yes.
Ooh,
her truffles. Her truffles that were going on there.
There was like a salt, dark, deep chocolate one that was really good, and I really liked that one that was more of a like savory.
Didn't you have a sweet potato one?
I like the sweet potato one.
I've been that very much on the sweet potatoes. Mm-hmm,
and then there was one who it was more of the like savory. So it was like, I don't know what it was. Do you know what it was like an entree type food with chocolate on it. Do you know what I'm talking about?
Oh, wait.
I think it was
yes.
Swiss Hotel.
Oh, I can't remember now. There was only one.
Yeah, there was one savory. It was delightful.
Yes, the savory ones are always my favorite.
Yeah.
I still remember the first time because I was lucky. I'm a veteran judge.
I know.
The first time I went, one of the savory options was this chocolate eggplant thing.
That's what. Yes.
That was so good.
So now so the chocolate eggplant, was it essentially though that they basically put chocolate sauce on it?
No, it was almost like a mole kind of thing, but it was more Indian inspired.
Okay.
Yeah.
I was proud of myself because I didn't get sick.
There you go.
We were warned.
It is, yeah.
Not to overdo it.
Don't overdo it. Don't overdo it. But it was such a wonderful event. I hope they rose a gazillion dollars. That's what I really, really hope.
And check out the website. I'm sure you might still be able to donate.
100%. If you go to agechicago.org/event, and you can go World of Chocolate. Always time to event to donate to event.
Time to event.
It's time to event now. We're eventing.
Event is a verb.
We are eventing today. But it was great to see. Like there were so many people there. Mike Quigley was there. Greg Harris was there. But it was also here's the one thing I'm really upset about. Anna Deshawn was there. She was one of the judges, and
You didn't see her?
No, I did. I saw her a lot, but I didn't see her when I was with you because I wanted the two of you to meet.
I would have loved to have met her.
Because I remember we had her on one time when you were co-hosting.
She's so awesome.
She is so awesome.
Yeah.
And her wife is also an eyeglass designer.
Get out of here.
Yeah.
Really?
No, I won't get out of here. And I was like, when I saw her, I'm like, is that her creation? She's like, oh, yeah.
Does she sell her own creations?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I just got new glasses.
I know.
These aren't them, but they'll be ready soon.
Yeah. So,
good to know.
Yes. Anyway, but it was so great, and big old thanks to August Spree.
Yes.
From AIDS Foundation Chicago. She really, really, really worked her hiney off to create a spectacular event.
Really well attended.
It was really well attended. I made some donations so I could paint on the skyline, and I'm just wondering who got that because now I'm going to have artwork hanging in someone's home.
That's amazing.
It is amazing.
You're an artist.
And also I want to do a big old shout out to my volunteer LeBron, who was a gentle giant, and his outfit.
Yeah, he looked fabulous.
Oh my God, it was great. He was in this big red shiny suit and red. I mean, he just.
I wonder where the volunteers kind of came from.
Well, August and Laurent, I asked him, like, so how do you fit into this whole? He's like, well, she's like, August is my girl. They work together, big brothers, big sisters.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. So of course, it's like that's the best thing about going to these events because the people who volunteer usually have a big service, servant's heart, which is like the best thing.
Right.
So we had it was just a great time.
Gorgeous drag queens.
Gorgeous drag queens. Gorgeous drag queens.
You don't forget, but then when you're in person again, you're like, oh my, some of them were so tall.
Yes.
And it's like, oh my God.
And then their hair. There was a really great hair from those gals.
Quite a few, yeah.
Yeah. There was some good hair going on with drag queens. So go and check out AIDS Foundation Chicago. Go to their website. I'm sure you can make a donation if you weren't able to be there. I know I did the selfie thing, and I'm not sure where those pictures are going to be popping up. I'm sure on their Instagram or something.
Did you do your email? Did you give them your email for that?
I gave them my phone number.
Oh. Maybe you'll get a text.
I did get a text, but I couldn't get I don't know. I'll figure it out. I'm very, very lame when it comes to technology.
Really?
Yeah. It's awful.
I'm okay. I'm at middling.
You've got youngins in your life who can help you.
Yeah, but then they like to pretend like they don't know how to do things.
Oh, right.
It's like lies. Liar.
Yeah, lies. Oh, lies.
I don't know. But then they're like, Mom, why do you have so many tabs open? Because I like it that way.
Because I like it that way. Because then there we go. Yeah. And then yesterday I was able to go. Again, it is election season. State Senator Mike Simmons is running for Congress for the 9th District, different than Kevin, who's going to be joining us, or Mr. Commissioner, as I should say. He had an event at the Whiskey Girl Tavern, which I still cannot believe it was my first time there.
Oh, yeah?
It's like in my neck of the woods. It's on Ashland, or I guess, no, it's Clark by that point. It is Clark, near Damon, queer-owned lesbian bar. There were signs everywhere that were saying, like, watch women's sports here. Love it. It was great. There was a night of queer comedy, and it was great just to be in a room with folks who, just to laugh and to celebrate and to cheer on our state senator, Mike Simmons. He's had a very interesting couple of days.
Right.
Because last week, I believe it was on the 20th. Yeah, it was February 20th, he was canvassing in Uptown, and somebody called the cops on him. Now, if you do not know, Mike Simmons is the first openly gay black man elected to the state Senate. He is of Ethiopian descent. He has the most beautiful dreadlocks that he wears in a loop style. There you were seeing
yes.
it. Yeah, he's just great.
What a smile,
I know,
too.
he's got the best smile. Like, I adore him. I mean, he's somebody who was like, he was brought up in the district. He has been a tireless champion for all of his constituents here in the state, like for the state Senate. In his 4-year career, he has passed over 50 pieces of legislation, both like with Democrats and with Republicans. He's been able to cross the aisle and to work with other folks. I adore him. And he really does have people's, like you and I, like regular folk, their best interest, and he wants us to succeed.
That's amazing.
So, but they called the cops on him.
That's awful.
It's awful. So yes, in case you are wondering, racism is still alive and well.
I was wondering because I wasn't sure.
know you weren't. I know you weren't. I know you were.
I was like, is it?
Is it? I don't know about that. This might be a good time to talk about your memoir, Black Girl from a White Suburb, Finding My Light, Using My Voice.
You did it.
I did it without even looking at anything. And I didn't even say that you were a white girl from a black suburb, which is what I usually like to do.
Oh, my goodness.
Yes. Yes. So, but it was great again, just to kind of, friends, you know, we woke up to horrible news yesterday, Saturday, and the biggest thing that you can do to combat despair is action, is to do something. And it felt like doing something, you know, going to support a candidate that I really love, going to support a small business that, again, queer-owned, lady-owned, like going into that sort of space. There was something just really, really wonderful about all of that. So again, if you are feeling a little wonky.
Yeah, I love that. I love that. That's exactly right. Just that idea of like getting into action, getting into joy.
Getting into joy and getting into community.
And community, yeah.
Yeah.
Well said.
Yes, thank you. Thank you. Well, it's because that's my intention this year. I'm focusing on community.
Nice.
A lot. You know. Oh, and also just like a brief little one-off sort of thing. Did you hear about this story about there's a trans comic here in Chicago named Leo Cundiff?
Yes.
Who saved a baby in Lake Michigan.
Yeah.
Have you heard this story?
I saw the headline. I saw like the video, you know, thumbnail, and I wasn't able to watch it.
Okay,
so I'd love to hear it.
Basically he got up. It was right around like at the Belmont Harbor.
Okay.
He arrived at work early, and he loves going to the lake, so he was just like hanging out at the lake and everything. And then a huge gust of wind came and blew this stroller into the lake, and he's like, well, I guess I'm going in, and dropped his phone, jacket, jumped in, held the baby and the carriage up the whole time, and like they both kind of went under, and he was like, this is bananas, and was able to get back up, and he heard the baby cry and was like, okay, as long as that baby is crying, we know we're okay.
Oh my God.
Yeah. And then somebody came, they finally got them out. Baby is okay, he is okay, but just like
I have chills.
I know, and just I'm telling you, just like talk about like, you know, the extraordinariness of ordinary people, you know, just huge
Check
thing.
out the video, yeah, because I think he incorporated it into his stand-up.
Yes.
And so there's a clip of him online telling the story, and give him some views, and well done.
Yes. So thank you, Leo Cundiff, for being being amazing.
Yeah, that's amazing.
Yes. Oh, there we are. Well, speaking of amazing, we probably should take an amazing break so we can pay some bills. But before we do that, this part of Out Chicago is brought to you by Team Hochberg. If you are purchasing a new home, you need to call Team Hochberg, your trusted local lender. Kim, a single mom and longtime renter, called David after reading several of his over 700 five-star Google reviews to get pre-qualified to purchase her first home. Now, David answered Kim's question questions, supplied a realtor with numerous pre-approval letters until she located and purchased the perfect home for her and her 6-year-old daughter, Sophia, to enjoy future life cycle events. They're going to be on a life cycle. They're all going to be just doing, there's going to be pedaling to each other with each other in their new home. So let's review. Kim contacted David to secure a mortgage on her first home, and David helped her secure a low interest rate mortgage with only 5% down. So she could get that life cycle. So if you're purchasing a home and would like the same outstanding service and low interest rate as Kim received, call Team Hochberg now, 855-563-2843, or visit 56david.com. Team Hochberg helped Kim and thousands of WCPT listeners, but they can't help if you don't call 855-563-2843 or visit that website you know and love, 56david.com. Lower.com, equal housing lender, NMLS 1124061. We're going to take a quick break, and there's more Out Chicago. So stick around. You're listening to WCPT Heartland Signal.
Hey, this is Mark Patton, and I'm from Spring Clean, My Nightmare on Elm Street, and you're listening to Out Chicago.
Welcome back to Out Chicago. Scott Duff here, along with Tania Richard.
It's me.
It's you. It's you. And you are the author of the fabulous memoir, Black Girl from a White Suburb.
White suburb.
Finding your light.
Finding my light.
Light. Using my voice. A fabulous Mother's Day gift, I would say. Oh.
I like that.
What?
Yes.
What? Don't you think?
Anywhere books are available.
But preferably go to a smaller bookstore. Go to an actual bookstore.
You can request it at a small. And also it's at the Understudy, and it's at Bookends and Beginnings. And no, that's not right. It's at the Understudy,
which is in Andersonville,
and Women and Children First,
which is also in Andersonville.
Yes.
Oh my gosh! Yes.
Very
See, we can just go hang out. We'll continue our double date. We'll go and just go have a coffee.
Andersonville's the best.
Andersonville's pretty great.
I enjoy the Andersonville.
So do I.
Yeah.
So I live there. There we go. Hey, did you know Monday on Choose Views, you can tune in for a special event, a special broadcast of Richard's North Carolina Town Hall event he's been inventing.
Oh.
He's been eventing, yeah. He's co-hosting it today with the North Carolina Democratic Party Chair, Anderson Clayton. WCPT will broadcast a recording of the event between 6 and 8 a.m. tomorrow. Richard will be back on Tuesday with Anderson Clayton, Illinois State Representative Kimberly DuBousselet, and candidate for Illinois Comptroller Holly Kim. That's Choose Views, weekdays from 6 to 8 a.m. Central on WCPT, 820 a.m., the Heartland Signal website. Tune in, YouTube, and Facebook. You know that song in Oklahoma?
Which one?
Everything's out of date in Kansas City.
Wow, I am not as familiar with that one.
No, that's actually should be. It's up to date, but it's
everything's up to
date in Kansas City. They're gone about as far as they could go. Well, they've gone pretty freaking fur. This time around.
What are you talking about?
I'm talking about that as of Thursday, transgender people's licenses were revoked.
Oh, okay. Thank you. Okay. Yes.
Like, what?
Yeah.
What? So, okay. This story is just bananas, and if you think it does not apply to you, buckle up, my brother, because if they are going to be able to take away 1,700 people's driver's license, revoke them like that, it's going to happen to you.
It's horrific.
It is absolutely horrific. If you're not quite sure what I'm rambling about or judging my beautiful singing voice. Thursday, as of Thursday, transgender people in Kansas whose driver's license do not reflect their sex assigned at birth are breaking the law if they drive. after the Republican-controlled legislators stripped them of previously valid credentials by overriding Governor Laura Kelly's veto of a sweeping new measure. So more than 1,500 residents are affected, and the change took effect immediately with zero grace period.
And a letter in the mail.
And the letter said, if you receive this notice, your current Kansas credentials will no longer be valid. What the what?
Yeah.
Like, I don't get this. I don't understand. Y'all, the things that these MAGA people are really, 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 really good at is organizing discontent and hatred and fear-mongering of a group of people that consist of 1% of the population.
Yeah.
They have managed to blame, to assign this group of people all of everything that's wrong in your life is because 1% of the population exists. And with this law, they are trying to just eradicate the existence of trans people, deny that they exist.
Yeah.
It's horrible. This is what fascism looks like, friends, along with, starting a war without the approval of Congress.
Yeah.
Yeah. So the change is what it does. It affects transgender residents whose gender markers on driver's license and birth certificates have previously been corrected. Kansas officials, they have estimated roughly 1,700 driver's license and a similar number of birth certificates are impacted. The law also bars future changes to gender markers on those documents and requires residents to pay for the replacement of the credentials. So not only did they get no notice, they have to pay to get everything new. And this is a new one because there are a lot of states that already have these laws in place, but this is the first time that it's retroactive. So anybody previously who's already gone through the process, a very challenging process of getting your birth certificate changed, of getting your driver's license changed, that's all out the door.
Yes, and am I mistaken? So a couple has already challenged it.
There are two, yes.
So a lot of people are like, okay, we're in a holding pattern. So something gets sort of arrested because of that. Is that true, at least?
I'm not quite so certain.
Yeah.
I don't think because they're filing a lawsuit doesn't mean that it won't go into law.
No.
You know what I mean?
No, it was something to the effect of like, well, we're at least in a situation where we can wait and see. I think some people are waiting to do what they're being required to wait and see.
Which
yeah.
I get, but let's just talk about all the things that really that are impacted.
I know.
If you don't have a driver's license,
yeah.
You can't drive to work. You can't get on an airplane unless you have a passport or anything like that. You sometimes employment.
Yeah.
You need to have a driver's license. You need to get housing for credit checks. You need to vote in places. And this would also having the incorrect gender marker on this. On the driver's license, on the credentials, would force trans folks to come out.
Yeah.
In a way that they may not need to. It is just.
Yeah.
It's draconian.
It is, and it's one of those where, again, there's almost no words in terms of what's the response to this. It's horrific, and and speaking of action, what I think about, what can we do?
Well, like you said, there are two folks who have already filed a lawsuit. We've got the ACLU coming in to try to fix this whole horrible situation.
Yeah.
But it's not just the driver's license things. As a bonus, the Kansas legislature overrode the veto of the governor. They also put into effect basically a bounty-style lawsuit for folks who believe that they have shared a bathroom with a transgender person, and they can sue for damages up to $1,000.
Yeah.
Okay, so I grew up in St. Louis, in suburban St. Louis. I still have some people that I went to high school with. For some reason, they're still my friends. There's a couple people who are just loud champions of, like trans rights. Like, we're allies. They're posting a lot on social medias, and I'm trying to limit my social media time in a big way. But then I saw there's this one person who keeps comes at this. There's nothing more condescending to me than concerned Christian voice, and you can just, that's the tone of everything that this person is writing. And I want to chime in.
Right.
But I'm like, last time I saw you was at my 20th high school reunion.
Right.
You are not in my world. You are not going to listen to what I have to say, because we're not friends in that,
Yeah.
But I just she's like, well, it's really important for medical procedures. I'm like, for emergency things. I'm like, what are you talking about?
Yeah.
I don't think that if you are in a car accident, the first thing that they're going to be going for is your wallet and your driver's license to see what gender you are. How it's about healthcare. It's about things.
Lord, I hate that.
I'm like, that's BS. It is total BS. It does not make any sense.
Well, and I'm not necessarily an advocate for arguing on, threads.
Right. Yeah.
But sometimes I wonder, if you put something real clear and succinct together that cannot be challenged, and then get off.
Yeah, but what does that do? I mean, I don't know.
Maybe. Oh, I know why. Because other people will see it. Who cares necessarily what it does to her? And it might shift it if the way it's constructed. But other people who are watching the thread but not commenting will see it. And that's one reverberation.
That is one reverberation. You're correct about that. But what's happening is my friend who originally made the post about this is ridiculous, transgender people, all the reasonable arguments. She has been coming back, and they've been. So I'm kind of she's got it. So I'm kind of I don't need to go and muck up.
That's great.
Somebody else's thread or timeline or whatever, and just be like, ugh.
Yeah.
But this argument of it's for medical reasons.
I don't
understand that. I do not even understand that. And then they're also talking about with the ideas, it's all about voter fraud. It's all about trying to make sure that our elections are
You also don't
secure.
need your driver's license to vote, by the way.
You do in Kansas.
Oh, come on.
Yeah.
Seriously?
Yeah. Yeah. But that's what they're talking about. But this was a whole other thing that this person had posted about the SAVE Act. About you need a birth certificate, valid passport in order to divide. And she's like, well, with this, we got to look out. We got to make sure we have secure and honest elections. I'm like, there has been no voter fraud. There hasn't been. It just isn't a thing.
Wow.
Actually, Scott, in the 2020 election, 3 men were caught voting under their dead wives for Mr. Donald Trump. So, maybe there is some voter fraud, and we should stop that Donald Trump man from getting elected.
That is true.
Elon Musk is currently being hit with subpoenas for tampering with voting booths in Georgia. So, Scott, there might be voter fraud, but not in the way that the media or our president likes to tell us.
That is true. All right. Thank you. Thank you for that, Devin, coming in with the cold, hard facts.
I just hate Republican hypocrisy.
It's so frustrating.
I'm going to swear if I keep talking.
I know,
it's your
right?
show.
It's really hard for me to not swear. I keep telling you, when are we going to get my little beeper button? I want a beeper button. Oh. Well, no, I want that. I want something that just totally just boop, boop, out.
Right.
So I can just swear.
Yeah. Let's make it blue,
because it is
man.
really hard not to swear right now with all of the madness that is going on.
I know.
And then again, they are... there's so much going on right now. This all ties into this too, with the whole new Warner Brothers merger, the Ellison people that are coming in, they're making a state-sanctioned sort of communication thing. Again, transgender people make up 1% of the population, and they put in so much money in the last election cycle with anti-trans ads saying that they are coming for you, they're coming for your kids, and they're hanging out in bathrooms, and that's all they want to do, and they're going to turn everybody trans. They spent so much money, and it worked. It worked. For, again, this is 1% of the population, the entire population of the state of Kansas. I don't know what that is, but there are 1,700 people that this affects. I'm sure that is a mere fraction of the population of Kansas, and yet they're wasting time, resources. It's very unserious and very unnecessary.
But you're so right too. I mean, it's the Elie Wiesel, poem. First they come for me, then they'll come for you, which is not the poem. So look the poem up.
That was yes.
But anybody who thinks that they're protected, it's like, it starts in this like what appears to be smaller percentage, right? But it's going to spread out, and you're not even going to necessarily think about what part of your identity they're going to figure out they can go after.
Yep, they're just going to be coming at you. Anyway, we need to take a break because we have people who are wanting to make a change in our country, and we are going to be having Cook County Commissioner Kevin Morrison on because he is vying to represent the Illinois 8th District in Congress. So please stick around. You're listening to Out Chicago right here on WCPT Heartland Signal.
This is William Lindsay Cochran from the group Great Moments in Vinyl. You're listening to Out Chicago on WCPT.
Welcome back to Out Chicago. Scott Duff here, along with Tania Richard. Sorry, I made a little stank face.
It was like a 1980s dance off.
Yeah. You gotta make needed. I know, good. We got that little funky bass going. Bong, 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 bong. And like, stank face, stank face. This is for that YouTube content that you
Oh my gosh.
I need to be more serious because we're talking about serious things right now. Because, the Illinois primaries are coming up on March 17th, and early voting starts tomorrow, March 2nd. And we are inviting everybody to get to know the candidates, and we are thrilled to have back on the show Cook County Commissioner Kevin Morrison, vying to represent Illinois' 8th District in Congress. Commissioner, welcome back.
Thank you so much for having me. Glad to be back.
Thank you so much. Look, it's been a hot second since we've had you on the show. And we know, time is ticking. We've got 17 days right now for everybody to sell their message. I'm asking you the question that I believe I asked earlier, but I'm asking it again just to remind all of our listeners, why are you running?
I am running because right now our electorate feels like they don't have federal leaders that actually understand the issues that are most important to them, nor are fighting for them. And we have a messaging problem in our party, and I want to be that leader that returns the hope in our electorate that their federal officials are actually fighting for them every single day.
Cool. So how would you change that message? Like, what about the messaging of the Democrats right now that are you finding like, it's not really hitting me?
I mean, I often go to the fact that, during these immigration raids, when that first judge was arrested, why did we not have Congress members showing up, demonstrating, and joining protesters? We need Congress members who show up when it matters, who are going to hold the Trump administration to account, and who are going to show up in their communities, meeting with everyday residents and hearing the issues most important to them.
Yeah, well, I love that. So as you've been on the campaign trail, what issues do mean the most to the folks in Illinois 8th?
Yeah, well, I will say when I'm talking with Democratic primary voters, they want the Trump administration gone.
Yes.
But of course,
yes.
Oh my God, every door I knock, I tell you. But I mean, people are frustrated with this administration, but also they are seeing their prices rise everywhere, from food to everyday goods to housing, and it is key parts of this administration's policies that are seeing costs continue to rise for all of us.
So affordability is number one. I mean, I guess after getting rid of this ding-dong administration.
Protecting our democracy, affordability, finally getting past the universal health care, access to affordable higher education and health care, and affordable housing. These are all things that I've led on as a Cook County Commissioner the last 7 years, and I can't wait to bring some function back to Congress.
Cool. So look, Congress has been very ineffectual for, I don't know, decades. It feels like, but especially since this new administration has come in, and then this awful, mouthpiece of speaker going on there. How do you intend to get Congress back in line to help to do its job. You know, like we just had this, which we could say is an unconstitutional attack, like act of war on Iran that happened this weekend. What are you hoping to achieve, and how to get Congress actually to do their job?
Yeah, so first and foremost, not only do we need to win back the House and Senate, but it is crucially important in these primaries that we're sending the right leaders to Washington. And so what I'm telling everyone, you elect me through this primary on March 17th. This will be a safe blue seat come November. I already have a track record of electing great candidates. I've been doing it since 2009 when I was 19 years old. I'm 36 years old now, and my commitment to everyone is that I'm going to go across this country, helping great candidates win their primaries, and then in swing districts across the nation, making sure we get the best leaders so we have the best bench to get to work on day one once we retake the House and Senate.
Amen to that. Amen to that.
Yes.
So, in your work as Cook County Commissioner, how has that prepared you to take on a role for Congress?
Yeah, so as an openly LGBT person who ran against the chairman of the Illinois Republican Party at 27 years old, no one thought I could win that race, but I won. Everyone thought it would take me years to understand the role. Instead, I was prepared on day one. In my first year, I created our county's equity department. I expanded language access on the ballot from 4 to 12 languages, making Cook County the second most language inclusive voting block in the nation. Over the years, I have created our brand new Department of Mental and Behavioral Health at a time where Americans feel like the American dream no longer exists. I created a nationally recognized one-stop shop to help aspiring entrepreneurs start new businesses. I've gotten major things done as a county commissioner, so I already know how to legislate. I've served for 7 years, and so I'll be ready on day one to get to work building relationships, be it with my own party members or across the aisle, because that's something I'm really good at. I'm good at finding where we agree, building on that, building the relationship, and getting people like the sole Republican on our board to vote in support for the first time in support of reproductive health care. I made reproductive health and gender identity protected classes for 5.2 million people.
Amazing.
Yeah.
I'm very impressed.
I know, but he's done a lot.
Yeah.
He's done a lot.
Yeah.
Our Cook County Commissioner Kevin Morrison has.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So you were, like you said, you kind of were the upset candidate, the Cinderella story, kind of coming out of nowhere as a young person coming into this role that you have right now of Cook County Commissioner. Have you been getting any flack for your age with this current campaign? Because I know there is another candidate who is in her 20s who is also like you young whippersnapper. Are you getting a lot of that, or is there just been a support because you have a proven track record?
I mean, our voting bloc wants younger energy in Congress. I think that is a key frustration that a lot of our voters have. So being 36 years old hasn't been working against me. And you know what? Being openly LGBT hasn't either. Now, one of my main opponents in this race, when they were a former member of Congress back in 2010, had a platform of only supporting marriage between a man and a woman. And so, it is an interesting fact that she ended up jumping in this race. But you know what? When I ran in 2018, I had $500,000 of dark money spent against me in the last month of the campaign. We've got 3 super PACs operating in the Illinois 8th. And you know what? We still have a great path to victory. And that's why I'm working incredibly hard to earn everyone's support, especially here in the home stretch with a little over than 2 weeks to go. And I'm ready to make history for our community again. Chicago and the surrounding suburbs have never had an openly LGBT member of Congress, and I'm ready to make that history.
All right, cool. So, well, I know you've got, like, as you said, we are coming into the home stretch right now. I'm sure your next couple of weeks are just packed. You do have some upcoming events, and there's one that's going to be actually at Sidetrack. Am I right about that?
You are correct.
Yeah.
So we are going to be, tomorrow at the Schaumburg Library, I've got a town hall. I have comedians at a fundraiser in Elk Grove Village at Real Time Sports.
And then that Patty, isn't that WCPT zone, Patty Vasquez is going to be
Patty Vasquez will
come
be in
on
attendance.
now,
It's going to
Patty.
be hilarious. We're making politics hilarious.
Yes.
And then, you know what? We got a huge amount of our LGBT leaders. The event is supported by Jan Schakowsky, Mike Quigley, and Eric Sorensen, and we'll be at Sidetrack from 5:30. to 7:30 this coming Wednesday. It's helping us boost our resources as we push out our final message and onward to victory, because we need the right types of leaders in Congress. I've demonstrated that I could take on Republicans and win and deliver for our communities, and I'm ready to take that fight to Congress.
Girl, I would say so. I'm
I'm gonna just throw you a curveball.
Oh.
Outside of as hard as you're working, what's bringing you joy right now?
You know, what's bringing me joy is all of my incredible supporters, my family, my fiance Ethan, who stuck by my side throughout this
Ethan.
9.5 months of campaign.
Amazing.
Ethan is the best. No, I'm very blessed. And you know what? We just launched out of Kane County with the Kane County State's Attorney, a candidate for clerk, state senate, and state rep, sending volunteers out to the doors. Seeing so many of my supporters coming together and boosting us up has given me energy. And I am anyone who knows my work ethic, I do not take a break, especially when things are so crucially important. And so I'm putting all my energy into this.
That's great.
Yeah, fantastic. Well, you know, best of luck to you as you head towards the primary that's going to be set for the 17th, March 17th. Again, reminder, early voting starts tomorrow on the 2nd. So just get out and vote. And if you want to find out more information about Kevin Morrison for Illinois 8th, go to kevinmorrisonforcongress.com. Cook County Commissioner Kevin Morrison, thank you so much for joining us today. And best of luck to you as you head into the primaries.
Thank you so very much. Thank you to all your listeners. Again, join us at kevinmorrisonforcongress.com. Give us a follow on social. If you would like to volunteer, sign up, or if you could send me a few bucks to help us beat back all this dark money in these Illinois races and send a fighter to Congress, I'd appreciate your support, and I thank you for having me today.
Of course. Thank you so much. And just as a reminder for all of our listeners out there, WCPT is posting all of our candidate interviews at heartlandsignal.com/candidates. You can visit the page to hear and share all of the interviews that we have going on. Find the candidate interviews tab at the top of our website, heartlandsignal.com. Cook County Commissioner Kevin Morrison, thank you again for taking time out, which I know is a busy, busy time for you, but keep up all the momentum.
Yeah, keep up the great work.
I really appreciate it. Thank you, too. Have a great rest of your weekend.
Thank you. Same to you. We are going to take a break, and when we come back, it is the second hour of Out Chicago right here on WCPT Heartland Signal.
I'd like to welcome you to WCPT AM's Out Chicago. Think of us as Sunday brunch with your gay best friends. Now please welcome your host, Scott Duff.
And welcome back to the second hour of Out Chicago. Scott Duff here. Ellen Miller is off on vacation. All I ever wanted, vacation, have to get away.
Oh.
The Go-Go's.
Oh, yes. I was
There you
like,
go.
that sounds familiar.
That lightning quick friend of mine is Tania
Okay,
Richard
Devin just
over
said,
there.
even I knew that.
Yes, see, there we are. And
And
Devin
that was
is
a comment on the generational separation
There we go.
between us.
Girl, this is us.
I
This
know,
is our
but not between
I
us
know.
and Devin.
I know. Devin knew. Come on, lady.
Just took me a
You're just too
second.
busy, like being an acclaimed author with your
Right?
memoir.
It's a lot.
Black girl from a white suburb, finding my light, using my voice.
Mm-hmm.
Again, required reading, I think.
Thank you.
Perfect Mother's Day gift. You know what? Why not even? Let's do it. Like, let's start maybe a St. Patrick's Day gift.
Well, that would be
A lovely
interesting.
thing, St. Patrick's Day gift, maybe a little Easter
I never understood
gift.
why. No, this would. I guess that I was always thrown by St. Patrick's Day because everybody's like, "Wear green."
Oh, look,
And I was
anybody who is
I ain't Irish. What?
girl, anybody who's listened to this show knows my total distaste for St. Patrick's Day. Is straight pride, is what that is. And if you like the shenanigans that happen in this city during the parade,
Yeah.
if that were a group of like black or brown people or a bunch of good people who are doing the exact same thing, there would be like the SWAT team would come out. But no. It's the Irish thing. Straight pride.
It is. It was just wild,
It's
though.
so weird.
Like in
And
grade
it's
school,
awful.
you were like required to wear green, and it was just like imposed on you.
Yeah, or they'd pinch
Whether you were Irish or not.
I know. I'm not Irish.
Dang.
I'm Scottish.
Dang.
I'm Scottish and Swedish.
I'm Haitian.
You're Haitian. but we're all Irish on the 17th. But we're also going to be voting on the 17th too. So just a quick little reminder of that. Anyway,
right?
I'm talking too much again. I do this. I get off
it's
topic.
A talk show, so.
I know, but I get off topic and I just kind of like. But yeah, they're going to dye the river green.
Yeah.
And then we're going to go vote.
Amen.
There we are. And we're going to have a great little second half of the show for you. This hour, we're going to be chatting with founder and executive director of the Asian Pop-Up Cinema Chicago, Sophia Wong Baccio. She's going to be joining us. Very excited about this whole thing. And right now, we're unplugging our political minds right now, just for a little bit, and we're going to escape into a world of pure imagination because Marriott Theater for Young Audiences presents the classic Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. And joining us now is none other than Willy Wonka himself, actor George Keating. Well, hello, George.
Get out of town. Hello. I have been so looking forward to this. Hi, Scott Duff. Hi, Tania. I don't even know if Tania remembers.
Oh, she was just saying the same thing.
I said the exact same thing. I'm like, okay, it's been like 25 years. I think George will remember me.
No, it was the 90s, but it was very impactful.
Oh my gosh, it was so Chicago 90s theater was so impactful.
Blam.
So I feel like I just saw you yesterday, even though it's been this long. Hello, congratulations.
Well, thank you. And even though you're famous now. So thank you
Rumor has it.
You're super duper famous. Yes.
You know.
It's true. And you're George Keating. Again, I just tell, first of all, again, if you haven't used context clues, George and I we all go way back, the three of us right here. When I got the press release and I saw that you were Willy Wonka, I was like, yes.
Good casting.
Great casting. How has the show been going?
Well, I'm not going to lie. At first, I looked at it because it's always been it's been something that I wanted to play, right? I've done a lot of children's theater and a lot of whatever. But this is something I've always wanted to play. And when I finally got the script, I was like, I don't know what. And then I went, you know what? I think I am Willy Wonka in some weird way. So in just this weird way of like right and wrong and boundaries and make your choices, but you might go down a chute. And like sort of the playfulness of all that where I was like, all right, I'm just going to stop worrying and I'm stopped thinking about it. So the show's been going really well. The audiences have been really invested in a way that I didn't quite expect. So that's been really fun.
Is this like the kid version of the one that was on Broadway, or is this a different?
Yeah.
It is. Oh, cool.
Indeed. Yeah, this is the one. This is Mark Shaman wrote the additional music, but it has some of the original from Leslie Bricusse. This is the one that was started in the West End, was on Broadway, and then it was, chopped up as they do and made into a TYA version, and that's what we're doing. And
awesome.
But I have to tell you, what we all discovered is it's still an enormous Broadway show.
Yeah,
It's still enormous, and everybody got into it and went, ooh.
Ooh, and we got to do this at 10 o'clock in the morning.
Like, not kid version in sense of it being less than, but just like I know that they'll cut up the Broadway script a little bit so it's a little bit more, time-wise or whatever. Yeah.
Thank you. So that it fits into a good, it's 70 minutes in this case. And it really, it does cook along. And frankly, I think there are a number of things that I've come to in this setting where it benefits by some of the trimming in some ways.
They always do.
Thank you. Oh, yes, you are a writer. You do know, don't you?
Well, come on now. Gotta make sure.
I'm an actor. I also have to edit. So.
Right. Yes. Yeah. There you go. So, what was your first introduction to Charlie and the Chocolate Factory? Was it the book or was it the Gene Wilder movie?
It was Gene Wilder, and strangely, I was an avid reader. Like, I was a voracious reader as a child. I mean, I read so much, but for some reason, Roald Dahl had eluded me until that movie. So Gene Wilder was my introduction.
Yeah.
And thank goodness.
Right? That movie has made such an indelible impact on me.
Sure.
It also like scared the crap out of me too.
Right. Well, and that's what I've discovered about these audiences is that, and this is something I've always known, and this is one of the many reasons I love doing children's theater, is that they really do enjoy being scared.
Yeah.
They just need some, and people are always like, oh, we have to soften this. I was like, yes, we have to play to the audience, but they want to be scared. They want to have consequences. And so our director, Amber Mack, was leaning into it. She was like, they really like the danger, George. Don't be afraid to not push it, but to play it,
How did you, having this indelible performance in your mind, approach the character? What did you sort of like do to start from the ground up?
Yeah, I had to start with the words that they'd actually put on the page, right? Because it isn't the movie, so I had to start there and looking at who that person was, and wasn't clicking with who that person was, quite honestly. And so we were able to, I did not, interestingly, because Scott, like you, I think this movie just plays in my mind at all times, sort of, for the last however many years. So I did not go back and watch it again, and I actually didn't. I've seen all the other ones, but I didn't watch any of that, not because I don't. Sometimes I like doing that, but this time it really was about doing the same old text analysis that you do, the same old breakdown, the same old, okay, what is the script saying that I want, and now what is my perspective on that? Yeah. And so that's how I approached it. And then at the very end, when I was freaking out, went, oh, you know what, George, actually, you know who this is.
I love that.
That's so, it's so great. And it's also just so daunting, too, to take something that is just such an indelible part of, at least of our childhood. I don't know if, the younger generations are watching the Gene Wilder version. But this version that's now Marriott Theater for young audiences, the version of Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, now it still have, like, some of the good old classics in there too, like I Got a Golden Ticket, The Candyman, World of Pure Imagination. Question: is Cheer Up Charlie in that?
No. It's
good.
the best song, isn't it?
No.
Oh, you don't like it?
No. That's the one part of the movie that every time, like, why is she doing laundry with a spoon? I get so mad. Like, she's got a vat of laundry. She's just cooking it over there. And then I hear...
It's recreating the cycle.
I guess so, but all I hear is, like, Cheer Up Char, and they go fast forward every time. I'm sorry. This is how I feel about it. Her hair is awful too in the movie, but that's just me being a petty gay man.
Listen, I fully support it. I'm not going to drag you for that. I can totally understand. Yes.
So there are additional songs you were saying by Mark Shaman, who people might know from Hairspray. Yes,
Yep.
I made that right. Yeah. Okay. Good. See, I do know theater. Is there like a certain moment on the show that you're just like, that you love just playing around with?
Oh, I'm just starting. Well, I think, I'm going to say this. I improvise a lot as well. So that was sort of granted. Yeah, it was,
no.
Yeah, I know. Can you imagine? I know.
No.
Thank you. Does it take you back to Schoolhouse Rocky?
Yes, 100%. Best time of my life.
Scott and I on stage together just making stuff up. So I'm still making stuff up. I think it's why they asked me. It's part of what they thought might be good for this role.
It's part of Willy Wonka. I mean, he's like the ultimate improviser. You know what I mean? Like, hey, here we go. He will and you until you slide down a chute.
That's right. And because the nature of the show is like I said, it was bigger than they kind of expected it to be. Something always goes wrong in live theater. That's just part of it. But in this show, things really have kind of fallen apart before our eyes at certain points during previews, that sort of thing. And thank goodness I was So thank goodness I was locked into this ability to just be like, this is what's happening, and now I'm going to accept this and find a way to move on. And so those have become my favorite moments of not just with the audience, but another thing that I love about doing TYA is that the audiences are the most honest you will come across, right? They are there to believe, but they also are like, nope, don't buy it, right? Mm-hmm. So you've really got to be invested in a way, and for their reactions sometimes to be able to incorporate that and then continue driving the show, having taken that on board. Those are really my favorite moments. The things that only happen, and you can't expect them like you can in a different kind of night show. You never know how they're going to respond. So those are my favorite moments, I think.
So George,
moments with other actors.
Thanks to the Facebook, I know that you have really been doing this theater thing since the 90s, right? Mm-hmm. Like, so many of us who are in this creative field, we try on the different hats and we, go away for a while, come back. But if I'm not mistaken, you really have been doing this consistently all the way throughout. Is that right?
That is true, Tania. I mean, there was a thing that happened in 2020, which made us all wonder.
What was that?
So
I'm not sure.
Let's like we're taking off our political view. Let's take that view out of it as well. Yeah. But just for me, it was. I'll just be real. That was damaging in so many levels. But I tried some other things during that, meaning tried to lean into, because I also teach. I teach acting. I teach, I run a program at Northwestern, that kind of thing. So I tried to lean into that. Like, maybe this is my career now. Mm-hmm. And that was the only time in my career, the only time when I really went, well, maybe this isn't what I'm going to do, were those couple of years. Yeah. But yes, I have been doing it. I have been doing it all this time. And
it's amazing.
Well, thank you. I do ask myself all the time, do I still want to? Yeah. Or when my first show after the pandemic, I did ask myself, okay, let's find out if I can still do this, right? Mm-hmm. And the answer keeps coming back, yes, and it's what I want to do, and it's where I want to be. But my perspective on it, Tania and Scott, has changed so much in terms of it used to be something that, because it was my income, frankly, I needed to do in a different kind of way. Yeah. Mm-hmm. And now it's something that every time I get to do something since the pandemic, I am choosing to do it. I get to do it. I'm not being defined by it. I don't need it to. I've always said, people say, how have you lasted so long in this business? And I think it's because, this is going to sound weird, but I am not that ambitious, you guys. Mm-hmm. I'm not that ambitious. I just love doing this work and actually doing the work, not the business part of it, not all that nonsense, but the actual investing in investing in being another creature on the planet.
Isn't that funny?
Getting to play that.
It's funny. I just could kind of tell, just like from seeing your trajectory and from afar, and just being like that vibe emanates. Which is why I asked, and that's wonderful, because that's the sweet spot, right? As long the 107 years that we have spent in this business, that's the sweet spot to get where you are. So that's awesome.
Tania, that was very affirming, and I really appreciate it.
Oh, yeah. Look, we're having an Oprah moment right
I feel seen. I'm sorry to bring you down.
No. I mean, I think, look, that's the reality of this, the business we call show. Yeah. It can wear you down a little bit. And if you don't have the right perspective of, enjoying the work and enjoying the opportunities, then why do it? I think that works with everything, but especially with, doing a show, especially, you've got to, with Marriott Theater for Young Audiences, with the production of Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, I mean, they're early morning shows. Yeah. It's hard to, and you, George Keating, I've adored your voice for decades now. Like I just want you to sing to me all the time, and it's like, just to hear, just to actually, like, the actual work, it's hard. Yes. Especially doing that. And especially, when you as an adult actor are able to do all these, like, improvs or, shifts, you are also working with a lot of younger actors. What is that experience like with this show, with Charlie and the Chocolate Factory?
Yeah, I mean, are you talking about, my mind went to two places. One, the younger actors, meaning like the people who we were when we were in our 20s. Right?
Oh, there's that, yeah.
there's that, but we do have a lot of youth performers, which is what they're called now. And I want to just say they're children. Can we stop? They're children.
Yes, they're not youth performers. They're kids. They're 12.
Youth performers.
I've never
they are children.
They're children.
They're kids.
Yeah, and it does not actually respect them to pretend that they're anything other than children.
Yeah.
Right? Because then we're not seeing them. And so that is something. I've worked with a lot of children. I've done a ton. I don't know how many Olivers I've done. I don't know how many, so many shows where children have been in it. And I love working with children. And also it is a specific, engaging with children is a different, on stage is different than engaging with an adult.
Yeah.
And of course, every actor is different. I will say this. I have to shout out to the young man who plays Charlie. His name is Kai, and I did a show with him. Actually, it was the show that we got kicked out of the theater for the pandemic. And so yeah, I know. It was at the Paramount and whatever. We were in this show together, and he was like a child, like I don't know how old. And now here I come and meet him in this production, and he has grown into hold the phone, y'all. He's an actor.
Yeah.
He is on stage. He is listening. He is responding. He improvises. He goes with what I give him, and I am so delighted to play with this young man. And all the other kids are great. It's just that Charlie is my main. Yeah. Kai, who plays Charlie, is my main connection in the show. Obviously,
I mean, the show's called Charlie and the Chocolate Factory.
Right? Exactly. These kids are they are so talented. I mean, talk about voices. They're really incredible, and they show up and they do it every day, and it's kind of remarkable.
Yeah.
But they are children. They're not professionals. They're children.
Yeah.
Well, they can be children and they can still be professionals. I will say that. But
I don't know. I know.
Oh, yeah. But what
I really don't know that that's true.
Oh, okay.
I think they're doing a job.
Yes.
Oh, there you go.
It does them a disservice to be like, oh, you're a professional, so act like professional. Though they don't have they are still developing.
Yeah.
They need guidance. They need to be told what to do, and for their safety.
Yeah.
It's a dangerous environment.
Yeah.
So sorry, I didn't mean to get all.
No. Thank you. It is my turn to learn things.
No, I love
right
that.
now.
Nickelodeon could have used you back in the day.
I know, right?
Well, Tanya, and that's the thing. I do this because I actually really love children. I mean, I run these programs because I love children. I want to meet them where they are,
right.
and not pretend like they're anything other than what they are. That's how you see people.
Yeah.
That's how you help people develop, is by looking at them, being like, this is where you are. This is where we're going to get to.
Mm-hmm. And that's also one of the great things about you as an actor, and especially dealing with theater for young audience shows, the TYA shows, because you like you say, you don't talk down to them. You meet them where they are. You engage with them in a real and honest way, and there's no playing down.
Mm-hmm.
You respect. No. Yeah, it's a respectful way.
And you actually get to then have expectations for them. You set these are the expectations. Otherwise, it's like, oh, well, you're a professional. You know what to do.
Right.
But they don't. They need to learn.
No, I'm 10. Yeah. Mm-hmm. I get it.
Maybe they've been on a Broadway tour, but that's not the same as they are being ushered to their spot, and they're children. They could get easily hurt.
Yeah. All right, we got Safety George Keating going on here. I love it.
Oh, sorry.
Safety is it's great. Look, safety is no accident. Okay, George.
Oh,
so
did you see what he did there?
So just make sure you hold on to that. Listen, my friend, we have totally blown past. I need to say goodbye to you. We could just talk to you for hours and hours and hours, and make sure if you don't even have hours and hours, if you just have 75 minutes, make sure that you go check out Charlie and the Chocolate Factory that runs through March 28th at Marriott Theater. For tickets and info, go to MarriottTheater.com, and that is theater with an R-E. It's also really weird. There are a lot of T's. right in the middle of that thing. I typed it in and I'm like, there are so many T's. Why are there 3 T's all together? But it's MarriottTheater.com. George Keating, you will always be my Bill, sitting on Capitol Hill. Swoon, swoon, swoon. Oh, I do have to ask you one thing. Do you do, so George and I did Schoolhouse Rock Live back in the 90s, and before every show, we would say, as a group thing to go before we went on stage, we would say, what doesn't suck?
Aww.
So what doesn't suck?
Getting to talk to the two of you, this has been such an honor. This really has been an honor, and it's been so great to connect with you both again after so many years, and to just know that we're all still out here doing the thing. So that doesn't suck.
Yay! I love that. Well, George Keating, you don't suck either. Make sure you check it out. Check out Charlie and the Chocolate Factory at Marriott Theater. It runs through March 28th. George Keating, thank you so much for joining us. Love you so much, my Bill.
Love. Bye.
Bye. All righty. We got to take a quick break. And when we come back, we are talking with the folks behind the Asian Pop-Up Cinema Chicago. So stick around. You're listening to Out Chicago right here on WCPT Heartland Signal.
Welcome back. I'm Stacey Ann Chin, activist, writer, performer. You're listening to Out Chicago on WCPT 820.
Welcome back to Out Chicago. Scott Duff here, along with Tania Richard. As we're rolling along, sorry, I got a little choked up there.
It's okay.
I know, get very excited about special things that are happening around town. There's special things that are going to be happening coming up like March 20th through April 12th because the Asian Pop-Up Cinema Chicago presents its 20th edition of the festival, which fosters an appreciation of a diverse range of Asian cultures through film. And joining us now is founder and executive director Sophia Wong Baccio. Sophia, welcome to the show.
Thank you. Yes.
Oh, are you?
Well, thank you for having me. Sorry.
No. Thank you so much for taking time out to join us. Now, you come from like a movie industry family. What was the inspiration for Asian Pop-Up Cinema Chicago?
10 years ago, I saw there was a void of Asian film being shown theatrically. I mean, 10 years after 10 years now, the whole scene has changed. We do see a lot more on streaming, on everything. But I feel like people also a little bit streaming fatigue now with so many things streaming. So having Asian Pop-Up Cinema continuing with our in-cinema program showing works from Asia is still very important to me.
Yeah.
100%, and I'm with you right there on the whole streaming fatigue. I'm like, you know what? I want to go to a theater. I want to go and see a movie on a big screen the way a director intended it. You know, and that's what's so wonderful. So so you were saying that the scene has changed, is changing. What have been some of the most notable changes that you've noticed over the past years?
Well, I think the change. I think we go back to Crazy Rich Asians, right? So that all of a sudden, all the Asian American actors are back on the big screen. That's the number one big change. And then after that, gradually we're seeing more. We're also seeing a lot more Asian film being recognized in the International Film Festival, the big one, at the Cannes, at the Berlin, at the Venice Film Festival. And not to forget Parasite, this South Korean film. Blow off everybody, including our Oscar.
Yes.
So they pick up so many awards. So, okay, we are still streaming fatigue, but the Squid Game was pretty crazy on the TV.
Oh,
too.
yes. Yes. It became between Squid Games and Parasite. And actually
and then Awkwafina, what was the movie she was in with the grandmother who was sick? I can't think of it. That was that's a wonderful film.
Yeah, that's another wonderful one.
I'll look it up.
Yes,
Well,
yes.
Tania, get on that research department going on.
Yeah.
No, but between
Right,
Squid
right.
Games and Parasite, and also like all of his work, like Snowpiercer, and I just became like I'm obsessed with South Korean cinema. So what is going to be what are some of the festival showcases and that is coming up for the Asian Pop-Up Cinema Chicago, which is going to be running here from March 20th through April 12th?
Well, we are now, one thing really I changed, I'm not going for quantity. I'm going for quality.
Yes, thank you.
I don't think bigger means anything. Showing very unique films, one-of-a-kind film that probably never got noticed is my goal. And so this time we're showing about 33 feature lengths and 16 shorts. And the feature lengths films are coming from mainland China, from Taiwan, from Hong Kong, Japan, South Korea, Thailand, Malaysia, Vietnam, Cambodia, and I even show a very beautiful animation made by a French-Belgium director, but talking about a very young girl growing up in Japan and her bond with the nanny that took care of her when she was 3-4 years old. So it's a lovely childhood memory.
That's
and
wonderful.
this time I also, oh, sorry, can I continue?
Yes, please.
I'm so excited to got on your station to talk something. And we also include quite a very significant LGBTQ plus films. They are coming from Singapore, Japan, and South Korea, and Thailand. And they are very good movies. They are all very, how do I say, covering the common humanities, whatever your choices are, all this movie will strike, will move you. You know, they're talking, and it's so wonderfully acted. So 3 out of them, 1 North American premiere and 2 U.S. premiere. So I think I'm doing a pretty good job about picking the film.
I would say so. And I also just want to say thank you for going for quality over quantity. Because look, I've gone to my share of film festivals, and some of it I'm like, really? So I love the fact that you are thoughtfully curating this festival to really, showcase the best of Asian cinema. How would you say, like, what is it about the power of film and the power of cinema that is able to, pull back the curtain on a different experience or on a certain experience for folks?
I really think the story has to be really matters to all of us. You cannot make up things, okay? And the story is the soul of a good movie, in my opinion. And then the actors need to deliver, able to portray the characters that they are believable, and the people will buy it to see it. Okay, he's making me cry, he's making me laugh, all because of his acting and deliver the message, the whole vision that the director wants to portray. So I really look for good stories. I look for something that when I read the story, I'm touched already at least 10-20%, then I go see the film. And if the story is so-so, but if the actors are very good or the director is very, very seasoned, I have good, how do I say, good body of works that show me that he can deliver something powerful, then I will go give it a chance. Like you go to the film festival, they have hundreds of films. What am I going to do? I only have 3 or 4 days there.
Right.
I'm already sometimes seeing 7 films a day. At the end of the day, I'm losing track of what I see sometimes. So it's no good. I need to see it systematically. I try to pick up the films that have the directors on in person, making a presentation and sharing a talk afterwards, because that's also important for me to choose whether I want to bring him to Chicago. It's not that they are no good, but sometimes, some people are very good with their creative work. You see it, you got it, but they are a little bit quiet about talking about themselves. And especially you come to a foreign country, speaking through a translator, it's even important that he's a little bit more able to, conveying his inspiration, his way of doing things, through a translator. So there's a lot of things I have to consider before I put a film up.
I love that, because then it's a full experience. You're seeing the film, and then we're not sort of taking for granted the panel afterwards, but there's like something even substantial there where you can really learn from the experience, and that inspires the people who watch the movie. So I love that, because it's true. A lot of the time it's just kind of like icing, and nobody really takes seriously that part of the event, you know, what can come from that.
Yeah, so our festival, because we are boutique, we have the option not to just come in, greet and hello and goodbye, 5 minutes, and they're gone. No, I give everybody 15 to 20 minutes time afterwards. So it is nice. Sometimes it's a little bit hard for our audience, because the Asian films tend to be a little bit long. They are 2 hours, 30 minutes average, and then you have to stay for another 20 minutes. So some of our guests, they're rushed, they have to go out, dinner or something. So it's a little bit challenging. But I feel that really hardcore people, or if they're really interested to understand more about the film, and taking advantage of having them here. I mean, some of the for example, a Hong Kong person who's born in Hong Kong, even if he lives in Hong Kong, he does not see those directors all the time. I give them a chance to bring them here and give them the stage to talk to them. So I really think people should take advantage of it.
Yeah, 100%. Look, again, because of Squid Games, because of Parasite, because of Snowpiercer, because of so many things, I'm like Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon, like all of these movies, I'm like, I'm slightly obsessed, and I will gladly sit for 2.5 hours. And if you have somebody who has created this film, who is going to be there and sharing, giving some insights behind their process or behind how the creation of it, I'm like, definitely in, because and one of the best things about art, in my opinion, is that art reflects life, and it also, when you are able to view somebody's story that might be different than yours, but you still find, as you were saying, there's something in each movie that the audiences need to relate to in order to be picked for the Asian Pop-Up Cinema Chicago, that if you can understand the character, that is how you create empathy, and that is how you create change in our world. And it's there, and only art can do that, I think, at times.
Exactly. I just feel that we all have a book on top of our head, discovering our life and what we want to do, visions and dreams and everything. But everybody is a little bit different. But at the end, we are all living under one sky. One heaven. We should be able to resonate with each other. I also primarily choosing mostly contemporary films, modern, today's society. What's happening now? What's happening yesterday? And some of the filmmakers are visionary. They give us some sci-fi vision about what they think about the future. So that's also very interesting to show. And it is a little bit trendy sometimes, all this time travel thing. But it's a genre that, even though it's commercial, is still artistically made and make it interesting, and also get people to start thinking about it. Oh, this could be something just around the corner. Next year might happen. The technology is so fast. So
yes.
I think all in all should be a good mix of what I call a wide spectrum of everything that I hope everybody can pick and find something they love to and share their precious time with us in the cinema.
Yes, see, this is why we are so lucky to live in a city like Chicago, where we have all of these we have access to these opportunities thanks to visionaries like you, Sophia.
Thank you.
And if you haven't been to a film festival, go. If you have not explored the world of Asian cinema, you really need to go because it will be life-changing. So the Asian Pop-Up Cinema Chicago, it runs March 20th through April 12th at AMC New City. For the full schedule and to find out who their special guests, all the special showcases, go to asianpopupcinema.org. Sophia Wong Baccio, thank you so much for your time today, and thank you for broadening our horizons here in Chicago and beyond.
Thank you, Scott, and thank you, Tania. And it's very nice talking to you, and thank you for giving me this opportunity through your station.
Wonderful.
Okay.
Enjoy the day today and have a fantastic festival.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Very welcome. Well, we are going to take a quick break, and when we come back, it is the final thrilling show-stopping moments about Chicago right here on WCPT Heartland Signal.
I'm proud to be out Chicago, and you should be proud to be listening to Out Chicago on Chicago's Progressive Talk.
And welcome back to Out Chicago. What was the name of the Aquafina movie?
The movie was called The Farewell.
Yes, it's wonderful.
You're welcome, everyone. You're welcome.
Because she travels.
Yeah, she goes back home. Her grandmother is dying, but they don't tell her grandmother that she's dying. And it's about her family. It's really a lovely movie. Yeah, it's really good.
I'm telling you. Asian cinema. You've seen Parasite, right?
Yeah. Okay. No. Every year, there's one movie who everyone has seen that I am like, I can't see it because I feel as if it's going to rob me of my soul. Don't ask. And it's not no, like I never saw Life is Beautiful. I never saw the one. Life is Beautiful. The Millionaire, Slumdog Millionaire.
Oh, that was so good.
Movies I never see. I don't know what it is. It's like a block.
All right.
I know.
Well.
I know.
Dear journal.
Just
you need to journal that out.
I'm okay with it. Although I know Parasite's brilliant.
Parasite is so good. You're like,
I know.
What am I? What?
I know.
It's crazy. It's so good.
I know.
And it's got a new. There's an. Oh yeah. All right. Well, all right. Well, we're just going to stare at each other for the next 10 minutes.
I'm sorry.
That's okay.
I'm sorry.
That's okay. But in the meantime, we'll say, hey, people have always asked us how they can support what we're doing here at WCPT and Heartland Signal. You know the best way. Support our sponsors, tell them that you appreciate their advertising with us, especially on Chicago. But hey, if you're on the Faceplace, there's another way. You can now subscribe to the WCPT 820 and Heartland Signal Facebook pages. Subscription is just 99 cents a month. We'll have some special offers for our subscribers coming soon. So you can visit us, WCPT 820, Chicago's Progressive Talk, and Heartland Signal on Facebook, and hit that subscribe button because
hit it.
Hit it.
Yep.
Hit it. Hit it. What was that other movie though? That was with Stephen Young from.
I'll look it up.
But it's something. It's like Morani.
That was really good too.
Yes, and it's about the plant. There's like a weed that grows.
I don't know nothing about that.
That the mother. Did you see? Well, did you see? Minari, yeah.
I don't remember a plant being involved. Is
that
it like
was what the
Little Shop?
grandmother would go and she would like harvest it, and they would because it was about a group of people who moved to Arkansas and they started up a farm, and they're like, what? This is very different from where we're from.
Okay, I don't remember that, but I do remember enjoying it. And
right.
enjoying Stephen Yeun. He's a wonderful actor.
So good.
Yeah, he's so good.
So good.
And then we have Hudson Williams, who is half Asian.
What? I don't know what that is.
From Hated Rivalry.
Oh.
And him and the girl on Bridgerton. Everybody wants a romantic comedy between them.
Okay.
So, yeah, that's it. Stop looking at me.
No, I'm just kind of confused. Like, you would bring up Heated Rivalry again.
Because we're talking about Asian film and Asian performers, and he's half Asian.
Okay.
Whatever.
What?
It was relevant. Okay.
It is tolerable. It's tolerable. It's tolerable.
And if you can't keep up with me.
But didn't Aquafina, because we were, if you just missed, you also can download the podcast wherever you get your podcasts about Chicago, because we also have like full shows and featured interviews. And Sophia Wong Baccio was just talking about how like the big kind of change was with Crazy Rich Asians.
Yeah.
Now, Aquafina came under a lot of attack for her performance. Do you have any?
Well, she came under attack because her persona in that film, and I think in her stand-up, is sort of like what is the way to say this? She uses a traditionally known black accent. It appears.
Right.
Now, this is, I've read that she really came from an area where that's how everybody speaks.
Like she's from Queens, right?
And so, but here's the thing, and that's just very much about like when you have these limited opportunities to see like people who do things differently than the default or the status quo, it's like easy to look at that and be like, that's offensive, as opposed to, no, that's just where she's from.
Yeah.
I think because she can turn it on and off, it could be a fair criticism, because it's not like she's always like that. But I don't know, in that particular role, there were some people who had an issue with it because she really leaned into it in that performance.
Yeah, well, I think it might be a comedy crutch.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
And that's when that's what I mean by if you can turn it on and off, then you can't really argue. Well, that's not
but
true.
But it also works for the character.
Switching. It worked for the character.
It worked for the character.
It's a complicated issue. And this is what happens. We can't answer some of these questions sometimes because it's a one and done.
Right.
Like we haven't had any opportunity to talk about that again because we haven't seen it again,
Yeah.
And even though there has been more Asian films, you'd expect with the box office of Crazy Rich Asians for there to be way more of a boon. And there wasn't. So,
Well, I mean, from American filmmakers, but again, I think South Korea is really hitting it out of the park lately in terms of their films. Anyway, all right, well there we are. I'm glad we cleared that up. We solved all the problems.
We did.
So speaking of a little bit of code switching, so I've tried not to be on social media, as we said. I'm trying to be very, very mindful about that. But unfortunately, I've discovered this lady on Instagram. I'm sure she's on all the other platforms, but I'll go to Instagram. Her name is Sonia Norwood, and her handle is Wicked Confections.
Yeah.
She does cooking content. So, that, of course, right there, I'm on board.
Right.
And all through Black History Month, she was looking at lost Black recipes. And she's like, and I'm going to see if there's a reason why they lost, like if they're gross, there's a reason why they're gone. I adore her. I mean, she's the front load. People think she's AI. People actually come in because she's so kind of like deadpan and perfect and beautiful. Like, I sent a video to a friend of mine, and she's like, how do I get my skin to glow like that? Like, she is just like, she's beautiful. And the first part is while she's setting up the recipe, whether it be like odd things like a navy bean cake, you know, or a whole bunch, like, or chow chow or whatever. She takes these, she basically gives you a history lesson of where these ingredients come from, why they are were staples in black kitchens, and why they're still staples in black kitchens, and how, like, the period from enslavement to afterwards and to the Great Northern Migration, to see, like, this is how.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it is just phenomenal. And I highly, but she was also talking about how she has to do a little code switching, you know, for a broader audience. So the first part is very like, here are the facts. Here's the thing. She's very, very pretty. She's got very great nails. She's always in an outfit. The outfits. So good. And then she'll, like, you know, make her thing. And then when it's time to taste, then she's like,
if she's kept you that long,
she drops the
I love it.
The thing. And I'm not that I'm endorsing being on social media.
Well, but
more
if
than
there's
you.
something
But
that you enjoy.
But let me tell you, like, if you enjoy cooking and if you want to learn something, like, just the Black History Month clips alone are worth the price of admission, which is free on your phone. It's also stealing your soul.
I may have misspoken earlier when I said traditional black. I either said stereotypical black accent or traditional. I meant stereotypical because
there's no tradition.
There is no traditional black accent. Because we're different people. We ain't no monolith.
No.
You know?
I do know,
I
because
just
you are
used like 3 different accents.
You
in
did,
that
and
sentence.
one of them was kind of Haitian.
It was a little bit.
A little bit,
And
Lilliputian. And then I think an Oompa Loompa came in there as well.
You're welcome.
You
again.
are a rich tapestry.
Thank you.
Oh, gosh, we're running out of time. But we wanted to talk about America's Next Top Model.
You promised.
I know, I'm sorry. So there's a great docuseries out right now on Netflix called Reality Check, Behind the Scenes of America's Next Top Model. I was a huge fan of the show.
So was I.
Huge fan.
Yeah.
And it kind of pulls back the curtain.
Yeah.
Because a lot of it does not age well.
It doesn't age well. But here's the thing. I was upset because Tyra has a ton to be responsible for that she won't be accountable for. But every single one of those men do too. And the narrative really has been that it's all on Tyra. And I think that sucks.
Well, it seemed like there was on Tyra and on Ken.
Ken, but even
producer.
more so because Ken's in the background, so not even as much.
So it's Tyra's
And I'm like,
thing.
every single one of those men, every single one of those people is complicit, and there's a ton of complexities to it. And you know, many people would have made the same choices, but don't hook it all on a black woman. Come on now.
Yeah. Come on now.
Come on now. That's Cajun.
What was Cajun
earlier?
Anyway, we're just giggling at each other. Look, I agree with you. It is definitely like there's a lot of complexities. It's a very nuanced sort of thing.
But it was buck wild.
It is totally crazy. And it also is, in Tyra's defense, like, it was another time. Like, in terms of reality shows and reality programming and content, the crazier, kookier stuff got views.
Yes, but I mean,
ratings.
she's wildly not willing
With
to
us.
take any responsibility.
Yeah. No.
And she has gone to a special place, and God love her for it.
I know. She's
where
like,
they
I
wear
guess,
trench coats for clothes.
You know, who doesn't love a trench dress? Who doesn't?
I like that trench dress.
Yes. Do you not? That's a thing. It's a real
is
thing.
It? Oh, okay. There we go.
Clearly.
I should have known. She's a model. She's
a
ahead
model. She's a
of
model.
the curve.
And anyway, all right. That does bring us to the end of our show, and I'm sad because I like hanging out with you, and I like hanging out with you out there, and I like hanging out with all of our guests. I want to thank everybody for joining us. Cook County Commissioner Kevin Morrison, George Keating, and Sophia Wong Baccio. Devin, you are always amazing and awesome and fantastic, and King. Matt, you're doing a real good job over there for that no good that Paul is celebrating his birthday. Happy birthday, Paul. Tania Richard.
That's me.
I adore you.
I love you too.
Thank you for a wonderful weekend. We have to continue this whole vibe.
Two times in 3
It's amazing. Ellen Miller will be back next week. But until then, I'm Scott Duff. Stay proud.